Let me take you to the second and third decades of 16th century, in which lot of trouble was faced by most of the kingdoms. Sangram Singh was very famous as Rana Shanga, a powerful Rajput ruler of Mewar or Chittor. He died of wounds sustained at the Battle of Kanwa Fort with Mughal Emperor Babur in the 15th century. He had four sons. Sanga's two elder sons died one after other at different war fronts. Both of them ruled the Mewar for few years. His third son, Vikramaditya, succeeded to the throne at the age of 14. He was a very insolent and arrogant king. Many self respecting nobles found his behavior intolerable and left Chittor and never returned till Vikramaditya was on the throne. Because of short temper of Vikramaditya, no one in his court liked him. One day, all nobles decided to rebel and orders were placed to arrest Vikramaditya. Uday Singh was the fourth son of Maharana Sangram Singh. Panna Dai was his nursemaid. Panna means emerald and Dai means a wet nurse. She belonged to the Gujar community. She was a maid of Rani Karnavati, wife of Maharana Sangram Singh. She also helped Rani Karnavati on political matters. Rani Karnavati had entrusted her with the upbringing of Vikramaditya and infant Uday. She used to take care of king's son along with her own son named Chandan, who was of similar age as young Uday. Both kids used to play together. Now, Uday Singh was the only heir elect to the throne, but he was young, so King's court appointed his distant brother Banbir Singh to act as regent. Distant brother felt that he is the rightful heir to throne, so he planned to kill young Uday. Same time, Pannadai just freed and put both kids to sleep. A maid came running to inform Pannadai about the assassination of Vikramaditya too and the intentions of Banbir. Pannadai had to think and act fast to save the only heir of Mewar. Both Uday and her son were sleeping in the bed. She lifted the sleeping prince and put him in a fruit basket and covered it with fruits and quickly called in a male servant and ordered him to take the basket to a safe location by the river banks and wait there until she joined him. After the servant was gone, she quickly shifted her son Chandan in the prince's place and covered him with a blanket. Soon after, Banbir rushed into the room with a blood-covered sword and overcome with a rage. She appointed towards prince and watched in horror assassination, killing her own son brutally. He was so mad that he didn't even lift the blanket to see who was sleeping under it, and he thought his sword was down on poor Chandan, who was killed. Pannadai watched in horror as her own son was murdered. The Rajput women were known for their bravery and courage. After murdering little Chandan, he left the room and proclaimed himself as king. Soon Panna, who could not even mourn for her son, packed a few clothes and supplies in a bag and exited the fort to meet the servant at the designated spot. From there, Uday Singh and Panna started towards Kumbhalgarh. She could not reveal his true identity, fearing his safety. She found refuge in the house of a rich merchant, the governor of Kumbhalgarh, Asasa. For few years they stayed there. In 1539, a chieftain from Mewar visited the fort and Uday, now a young man. In 1539, a chieftain from Mewar visited the fort and Uday, now a young man, was sent to receive him. He was introduced as the governor's nephew. However, his mannerisms and personality convinced the chieftain that the young man was no nephew of the governor. The rumor quickly spread that Uday Singh, the rightful heir to the throne, had returned and was alive. A group of nobles were sent from Mewar to Kumbhalgarh to interview Panna and Uday Singh. After many years' struggle, royal nursemaid and Uday returned to kingdom, and after ensuring safety of Uday, she told whole story of deception and escape. After this, nobles proclaimed Uday as their king. Uday Singh was proclaimed the king by the nobles and chieftains. An attack was launched on Mewar under the rule of Banbir by a force of Kumbhalgarh and the nobles and chieftains of Mewar. Banbir was either killed or he fled from battle, never to return. Uday Singh was declared the ruler of Mewar. It was all made possible by the ultimate sacrifice made by Pannadai, the royal nurse, her extraordinary courage so characteristically that of a Rajput is legend. She showed extraordinary loyalty, patriotism, and courage. Her sacrifice of her son for the sake of the country finds no parallel in Indian history and maybe in all of the world's history. I reminded the quote, every man needs a woman when his life is a mess, because just like in a game of chess, the queen protects the king.